I broke Wolfenstein.
Oh,
Did
yeah?
you really?
How'd that happen?
So I was just playing Wolfenstein, and all of a sudden, like, the dialogue started getting jittery. Like, dun, 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 dun. And then I went to interact with the door, and it just completely crashed. It was like, "Arr!" And I just, like, looked around, and nobody's looking. I put the controller down and just slid a chair over to the next one.
Oh, really?
I started playing, and then eventually a Bethesda guy came in and was, like, kind of moving the controller. I was just, like, looking, like... He's like, oh, weird. This one's locked up. I was like, that's weird.
Dan Reichert from Giant Bomb was playing that before. I don't know what he did.
I also played the Wolfenstein demo just because apparently people were really hot on the press conference trailer. I thought it was bizarre, but I didn't.
It was
really...
hard to follow.
I couldn't sink my teeth
Yeah.
into what exactly was exciting about this game. But just playing the early part of the playable section here at E3, it is bold and strange. It opens in a very Phantom Pain style way, where you're in a hospital and it's like, BJ, you've been in bed for 5 months or something. Like your muscles aren't working anymore. And so the entire opening sequence, you're in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
and you think
but you have an Uzi.
Well, this is where it gets absolutely insane. So you're wheeling around this hospital, which has, I don't know, magnetic electronic pulses that'll evaporate Nazis all around you. You're flipping a lot of switches to turn on these gates on and off. It's setting traps. It's cool.
Okay.
But you're doing all this in a wheelchair, and there's stuff where it's like, well, there's a staircase. I don't know what to do. Oh, there's a giant wheel spinning. I need to roll my wheelchair onto that, and it'll carry me around. And there's just bizarre situations where there'll be a ramp. And this is something I've never done in a first-person shooter game before, where you're just rolling your wheelchair onto the ramp, then you start rolling super fast down the ramp, and then there's a swarm of Nazis. You just take your Uzis out and you're firing, rolling down the ramp in a wheelchair. It's wild stuff.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it, Reiner?
I did, and I thought, you know, right when it started to feel like it's going to get repetitive, like going down one hallway, throwing a switch to evaporate some guys.
Yeah.
Then they'd change it up. Like, you get knocked out of your wheelchair, they have like this little sequence
Yep.
where you're like, whoa, what's going on now? And then, you know, I don't want to spoil anything narratively, but they introduce the Axis, someone who's involved in the Axis, and she is terrible in this, and the way she's even treating her own people is puzzling. But yeah, they tease kind of the armor that you see BJ get in the trailer, how you're going to get that, but the fate of other people around you is like right there. I was like hooked. Like in that 5 minutes, I was hooked on their story too, as well as the gameplay. Like the gameplay was fun, but I was like, I want to see where this goes. And then the logo came up and it was over. I was like, I want more of that.
Yeah. It's really also just another thing that really stood out is the dialogue and the performances is really fantastic. Like early on, there's this Jewish doctor who I think he's a doctor, but he's speaking in Yiddish quite a bit. But it's rare to be wowed by her performance in the middle of E3's insanity, but just with headphones on, I was like, man, this voice actor is nailing it.
Yeah, it was good, but they also had, as I'm listening, I had the same thought. I was like, this is a great voice actor, and the tech looks great.
Yeah.
But they had a little comedy skit going on in the background.
Of the Nazis being evaporated?
Yeah, like they just keep running in the room, and they don't know because there's no corpses. They just keep coming in. But you're like, funny. It's kind of like this intense conversation you're having with this guy, but you can't help but laugh at it.
Yeah.
It's genius. Like, I really like that, 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah. It's a stupid comparison, but I'll make it. Like, it's really up there with Mario Odyssey for like one of the most creative games I've seen at the show so far. So it's constantly unexpected things being
Hanson,
thrown at you.
Did you play Wolfenstein? Like, what? The last two?
I played like
New
the first
Order,
couple
Old Blood.
hours of the last one and then the DLC, which I can't remember the name of right now.
You got to get
Blood.
through there.
Not
Like,
much. I get really nauseous, and Wolfenstein is one that really does it to me to the point that I only saw the wheelchair section of this demo. I had to stop, and I
just
felt
threw
so
up
terrible.
everywhere.
Like, great game, gotta go. I'll take your milkshake. 'Cause they recreated like the diner from the Nazi sequence in the trailer, and they were serving milkshakes. It was awesome. It was
yeah,
a
I
great
saw
setup.
Neil Druckmann walking around with a strawberry milkshake. I was like, I know what you played, man.
Hey, it looks like this guy killed some Nazis. Cool. Thank you so much for watching this excerpt from the Game Informer Show podcast. You can subscribe to the audio version and listen to new episodes airing every Thursday. We cover big games on the horizon, games that we've just reviewed. We have long-form developer interviews, a lot of fun stuff. So check it out every Thursday.